period. He's the third best asset on the team.
Hawks players.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, moving forward from that, Trae Young's season got slept on like no other, dude. No other. And fair enough, the team sucked, but they were playing a 42-year-old significant minutes. Vince Carter was playing minutes down the stretch in the fourth quarter when he didn't even belong in the fucking league. One of the worst teams ever fielded, and it's because they lost John Collins for 25 games. They were starting 2 rookies for most of the year, right?
Right.
A terrible team. But Trae Young was not terrible.
In an isolation, though, you are a Hawks fan. You would not trade Trae Young for Luka Doncic right now?
Straight up?
Yes.
Probably. But it's not fair to just sleep on what Trae Young has done. And everyone just shit on him.
I think on the court you can maneuver, like, you could make Trae Young better in some ways. I mean, he is better than Luka in some.
He can shoot the 3.
But, like, he's not the block. He's not the block that's, like, you're building around in the mold of Luka. I don't think.
No.
But the whole argument that this Forbes article made, and that you've made for a while, you know, and I guess I'll hear it now, but, like, the fact that Atlanta is a mostly black city with a lot of black culture. Trae Young is a black superstar. He's a superstar.
Yeah.
Whether
he's a superstar.
No matter where he is, or
he's a top 20 player currently, and he's going to be a top 10 player.
See, like when you say superstar, it's not just you need some flash. You need some oomph.
And Trae Young has flash in spades, homie.
And I think
that's important.
The point of it all is that he fits in Atlanta as a superstar better than a. It's not like Luka Doncic is white. That's not the point. It's that he's not an American and white in the middle of Atlanta. There really is no precedent for a superstar in any sport in the city of Atlanta for that. Not to say it wouldn't work, but there is a precedent for a young black superstar in the city of Atlanta. I mean, there's fucking dozens of them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not secret. Now, is there a precedent in Dallas for an international?
There absolutely is.
Of course there is. You know, they got 2 superstars, arguably, with Porzingis.
Also, who gives a fuck about that, though?
You know that's what the Forbes article was making.
Yeah.
Was it? That's why
it did break that down. But I mean, I don't care about that. Let me go ahead and be clear. I don't give a shit.
But is all that true?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah.
I mean, it kind of is.
Some subconscious level.
Are you pointing? Where are you pointing at? We got a guy behind the camera telling us we got 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Producer Rashawn, 3 minutes. Let's go 3 minutes on 1 second. Fuck him up.
But
he'll never see it.
So you're telling me? I mean, what everyone said is that Luka is like a tier or 2 above Trae. Do you think that?
I think.
I mean, you saw Trae Young play a few games.
I think Luka Doncic is undeniably better
in every single way
on any team in the NBA. If I'm any team in the NBA, no matter who I have at any spot, I want Luka over Trae.
If that's
not to say that Trae Young is not a great superstar player.
Yeah.
If they had to do over again, would you trade Trae Young and Cam Reddish?
I think I would keep Trae Young and Cam Reddish. Yeah. If you get 2 stars for one.
Do you think Hawks fans agree with you?
I don't know.
Are they devastated that they don't have Luka?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I went ham in a Hawks group.
Check on your laptop real quick. Look up the Hawks Facebook and find out. All right. Anything else in the NBA?
Yeah, Trae's better than Luka.
The draft lottery, quickly. Shittiest draft class of all time, but the Hawks still can't find their way to the top 3 pick. Where are they drafting?
6th.
6th overall. The Hawks, that's what they get for losing 1,000,000,001 games.
So our owner,
they get 6th overall.
Our owner, I follow this type of shit on Twitter. Our owner has all these what are they called? Superstitions. Like she eats something, the same thing before the lottery. She wears a pin, the same pin every lottery, and it's all meant to give us good luck. And it's holy shit, lady,
yet, huh?
Change it up, dude.
Yeah,
go with something different. I think she said she eats a cheesesteak or something right before. It's that's not even ATLian. You know what I mean?
Dude, bring Andre 2000 to the draft.
Yeah.
Take him to the lottery, bro. We get number 1 overall. Is this everything I see, read, hear, watch, shittiest lottery in some time?
Yeah.
Players-wise.
Garbage. I mean...
Will the Hawks...
No one knows who's going
to Will the Hawks trade assets in order to move up slightly to get Anthony Edwards, hometown Anthony Edwards?
No. No, I hope not. I mean, I would think not.
All right, we'll leave it here, but to the probably dozens of NBA GMs watching and listening to this podcast, don't draft Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Don't draft.
So you're sold that he's a bust, huh? You watched him more than I did.
Watched him 20-something Georgia games.
He can't
last
fucking
year.
shoot, right? That's the main thing. Like,
it's just like he is like an average shooter, and sometimes he'll pull up 3-4 times possessions in a row. He's like,
he was the only.
He's serviceable defensively. Like he's a serviceable shooter. Like
he projects to be a great defender. Like the athleticism, he's quick.
Yeah, you know how I feel about defense.
Yeah, it sucks.
All right, well,
that's crazy because that's the main knock against Trey, but you won't give him any love.
Again, he loses millions of games. All right, we'll take a break, and on the other side, Braves, wedding recap, and anything else we get to.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the Braves now first, or wedding recap first.
Sounds good. Braves, for sure.
Sorry, did I interrupt?
Yeah, I was just
finish up.
Copying up.
Finish up. They can wait. Braves, Ian Anderson, as we were recording this, just finished off a gym against the Yankees.
Almost threw a no-no.
Yeah, almost threw a no-hitter. 6 innings, 6 Ks, a hit, and 2 walks. Imagine that, a Braves pitcher throwing strikes, not named Max Fried. Max Fried, as we speak.
Doesn't that just make you exhale a little bit? You know what I mean?
Did they got one right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Because you can't keep getting them wrong.
Yeah.
They had to get one right? Right?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, and if he's even serviceable for the rest of the year, that makes me
Ian Anderson's gonna be good, but I think maybe they'll keep him up. Maybe they'll option him back down.
Sometimes maybe good. Sometimes
maybe shit. That's what we always say.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe good. Sometimes maybe shit. And they sent Christian Pache down. All this guy did was showed up, showed out, fucking lit the world on fire.
It's a top 10 prospect in baseball.
And they optioned him back down after sitting him on the bench for
Get
days.
him out.
What we cannot have is a successful outfielder not named Ender Inciarte. This fucking guy somehow logs at bats every week.
Yeah.
He's getting paid to play baseball, man.
He
That means it's possible for any of us.
You know what the worst thing Ender Inciarte ever did was hit 300 2 years ago.
Correct. And they always he's a second half player. You heard that one yet?
Yeah, I have. My mom says that too.
Fuck.
Dude, the thing is, man, I want to hate Ender Inciarte more than anything.
He won't let you. He's too nice.
He's the nicest person.
He won't allow it.
He's the nicest person. Good guy, Christian. I mean,
which makes him even he
has 10 kids.
Really?
No, but that's believable, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is believable. Does he?
Yeah, I just made that up on you.
Yeah, dude.
Pointless
You're
line.
Remember the Titans when he's like, I was the youngest of 12 kids. I had to step up and feed my home, and the guy goes out on the field and he's like, you're the youngest of 12. He's like, I was the middle of 7. He's like, yeah, 12 sounds better. 12 sounds better. So Ian Anderson now is
yeah,
we can kind of count on him, maybe, but still Max Fried for the Braves, who are somehow 17-12 as we record
Ridiculous.
this, and in first place
with one pitcher.
With one pitcher. One pitcher. One pitcher. They have a dynamite bullpen, but that's not gonna. It can't last like that with one pitcher. I think after this recording, so maybe by the time we record episode 25, which could be next month, next year, next week. You guys don't know. You have to keep coming back.
We're keeping you on your toes, dude.
But by the time we record the next one, I do think that the Braves will have added somebody. It will be, in all likelihood, really, really underwhelming. It'll be a dude that's just out of his prime, probably. They'll tell us how great the contract is.
Yeah.
And all this shit. He'll probably start 3 times. But any deal involving, let's tier these Braves quote unquote prospects that have already debuted, pitchers and hitters, right? Okay. So all the guys that I believe are not off limits, and they're in different ranks, but in no specific order: Riley, Camargo, Kyle Wright, Tuki Toussaint, Sean Newcomb, obviously Mike Foltynewicz.
Get him out.
I would say that one of the arms in the bullpen, as good as they've been, couldn't you package that with something? I mean, not if it's say. I
mean, you can't get rid of Shane Green, obviously. I mean,
I think Green, Melanson
are safe.
Smith, you're tied with because you gave up. I mean, you got a or you gave up
probably hang
money.
On Tomlin.
But I think my point is that you can't. People want to trade Ender Inciarte and Sean Newcomb for a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
The thing is,
It's
you
just not
can't
how that
trade
works.
shitty players
Yeah.
for good players. The other teams know what's going on too. You know what I mean? They're not going to take your shittiness
What
and
I
give you back something good.
why won't the Braves seem always really reluctant to trade draft picks? You know what I mean? They always will ship prospects. Why won't they ship their draft picks? And you don't see that happen in baseball as much.
I don't even know the rules around trading draft picks, but I don't think you can do that.
At all.
I don't think you can trade. You can trade slots, but like
You
it,
can't trade like future picks.
right. I think when you trade, like you don't get the rights. It doesn't matter what the if I trade for the Braves first round pick. I think I don't get. I don't want the Braves to be shitty. It doesn't matter what the Braves do. I still get my slot. I get my pick in the first round, and then I draft in the supplemental. You see what I mean? Like you don't. It's not like you could go to like number one if the team performs shittily. It's not like basketball and football.
This
in
is
that- in that
hardcore.
sense.
This is hardcore speculation here, but
No, but I mean, like you can't trade outright.
for sure.
I mean,
Can't do
it's
that.
just slots and money.
Okay.
But anyways, the prospects are way more valuable anyway because they're
Yeah.
already signed and in the system. But who would you be cool with them trading that's been playing well? Like you got to
A
come
Matt
off of
Adams
somebody.
or a Duval.
So like
for Luke.
Adams and Duval, like I love Duval. He's been playing well, but Adams is not playing.
He's not
that
playing
well.
great, but they're sluggers, and in a league where you can have the DH, like in a national league where you can have a DH, I'm sure there's got to be some teams that would love an extra bat like that. Duval's been crushing the ball.
What about a top prospect that you haven't seen yet, like Drew Waters?
No, fuck no,
Having not seen him,
no.
you wouldn't
Everything I've
trade.
read Because I mean, you're setting yourself up to have Patchy, who by all accounts is going to be the best center fielder in baseball when it comes to
We got to
defense.
figure out how to pronounce this guy's name.
It's Patchy.
Patchy?
Patchy.
I'm gonna say Pache.
Patchy. That's
Yeah.
everything I've heard is
I'm
from
gonna say
Patchy.
Pache.
No, all right. Patchy. On cue, boy.
Yeah.
Christian Patchy, Andrew Waters. I mean, that's setting you up to have the best outfield in baseball for probably 10 years.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Maybe. Drew
know,
Waters hasn't even
That's
shown
the,
up yet.
that's the shot.
Plus, you know Markakis
No.
is going to be getting ABs 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Markakis finds a way back. He's back. Ronnie Baseball's back.
He's the Vince Carter.
Albie's still in the IL as we record this. They're 17-12 without these guys and with the world's worst pitching staff behind
It doesn't make any sense.
Max Fried. They're doing more than treading water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
They're
that's the
plowing
point,
ahead,
though. Like, so
And they
we
just
can all agree.
smacked the Yankees today.
Smacked the shit out of the Yankees today, 4-0.
Fuck you, D's.
Finally, yeah, fuck you, D's. But we both agree they're a good team. That means they're super close to being great.
Yeah.
So it's like, but who knows? Are
Shit,
they going to have
dude.
baseball playoffs? Like,
Fucking
will
send
baseball
it.
even be playing?
Send it. Racist chant.
You know what I mean?
Travis
No.
Starr, no.
No. Tyler Flowers still getting reps, though. He caught today for Ian Anderson. That went well, though. Pitch framing and defense. What else for the Braves? Like things that I've heard and read are Taijuan Walker and Kyle Seager from Seattle. Obviously, everyone's in the market for Lance Lynn from Texas.
That's what I was about to say. Lynn from Texas.
Colorado's lost
He's
like
rocking
90.
like a $9 million contract.
Yeah.
That's not that much for a guy producing like that.
Who?
Lance Lynn.
Yeah, his contract is.
And he's got control for next year.
Okay, but sometimes you don't want control. Depending on what pitcher it is, you don't want control for next year. Like Taijuan Walker, for instance.
Yeah.
Now remember, Taijuan Walker, 1 year, $2 million contract in a regular season. Remember, that's prorated now in this season. So prorated from $2 million on 1 year, that's an awesome deal. Kyle Seager is locked in for next year for $18 million in Seattle, and then the year after that's a $15 million player option.
Jeez, that's a lot of money.
It is, but it's then you have your third baseman, and obviously if Seager goes, I would think Riley.
I don't think they're.
Riley would be a part of that
I
deal.
don't think they're done with Riley, man.
You gotta, but he still has value.
Yeah.
You gotta come off something.
Yeah.
Somebody good's gotta go back.
Yeah.
They're not just gonna take Tukey. You know what I mean? But I would bet the house that Tukey, Newcomb, Kyle Wright, one of those guys is traded.
Yeah.
If not multiple of those.
If anybody's willing to make a deal.
I think Tukey still has some upside.
Yeah. Tukey definitely does.
Newcomb, you're gonna have
He's
to
got an
sell him.
uptick in velocity this year. We both talked about it's noticeable. He went from like 90, 92, 93. He's throwing gas, man.